Hey guys, Susanna here. How you going? Well, this is a exciting announcement of my project for next year. Some of you may have already heard that I'm doing a calendar. And so I'll just show you what I've got. I've got 20 kits available, as in for like including everything. And I've actually printed off 20 patterns, like, but you know, once that runs out I can print off more, but at the moment I've got 20. But actual kits for you're doing exactly what I am doing, there's only 20 of them. So what we are going to be doing, I'll first show you. I've already pre-recorded my first episode because this is going to be based on some of the bits and pieces I've already like, you know, kits and patterns and all that sort of stuff. It's sort of like Susanna's Stitcheries calendar, so all things that I've done in the past before. So in your kits and in when you do it, you get a really big long piece, like about 2 meters, and then we're going to wrap it around here and like sew that down, and then you got 2 meters of whatever underneath. That all gets wrapped around here, and that's going to be sitting on here like a scroll. And for the month of January you show the January, and then, you know, like you will roll it up, and then that will come out for the month of February, so you just see the February. So you need 2 rolling pins, or you can have a rolling pin and a spool if you've got one that's going to be big enough. Where are we? My rolling pin is the length that you need is about 8.5 inches, which is about 21 centimeters. I think that one's the same, 8.5. Yep. So and I'm going to get some hooks that I just sort of sit the rolling pin on, and so it'll become like one of those old-fashioned scrolls, and that you can use this year in, year out, because you don't put a date on there, it's just a picture for that month. So there you go. I really love this idea of using the 2 rolling pins. So if you don't want to make it into a you know, something like this with a big long scroll, you could probably make it into a book or something like that. Each piece, like this, is actual size, so it's 8 by 6. So on your big long piece, I'll take this off, I've just pinned it on there just so it doesn't get in my way. I just measure out like, well, I've cut off a piece about 8.5. Everyone in their kits gets either a calico piece or this piece that I had, that was a bit small, long piece in their kit. And then you just measure with a permanent pen, because you need to see where the line is. So so as you can see, the first one, January, is a sea theme. Now I'll take these out, and I'll show you this. The people that buy these, which is just the paper, because I'm not doing PDFs on my Etsy, I'm trying to get away from using my Etsy. So yeah, so the people that buy these, the first 14 get a bonus, the squirrel, because in October I'm doing a squirrel, and I've got the pattern and everything else for it, but I just thought, well, you could probably cut that out. It will fit, like it'll be, yeah, I think it just fits. So it's a little bit bigger than the pattern that I've got, so you still get the pattern, but the first 14 is just a bonus, because I had 14 of these squirrels, and I was going to do a project with them, and I thought I'll just put them in with the paper copies. So that's January, February. Now I'm basing these on some of the bits and pieces that I've done on, and each at the start, like with my vintage sewing techniques, I will show you what I based it on. So these are based on the hearts that I made, and it's on a quilt, so I'll show you that quilt, but it's based on this one. And I thought, well, February being Valentine's Day, follow your heart, so there's going to be different types of techniques on what we're going to be learning. And then March one is based on this one, so that's the original, but here is this guy, and then, you know, we're going to do different, so it's being scaled back down. So even if you've got the original pieces, you you will still, you know, it is different. I've revamped them. So this is April. These are the pears and apples that I did in a kit. I think no, strawberries and apples, so I put April in there. May, you may remember the little deer that I did, so I added a tree to it and I shrunk him down. So June, I've done that in actually the vintage sewing techniques. Used a teacup, but I put a teapot in there with it. July, for this one I did, well, it had quilted, like a quilted thing, so the technique I'm going to be using in this one is going to be different, and it's, you know, scaled right down. The sparrow on a spool, well, this is going to be like a piece of quilt, and this is actually going to be more thread painting, whereas before I actually used fabrics and Flies-A-Fix and all that kind of stuff, so it will be a little bit different. September, this is based on that a Circle of Friends collaboration that I did. I just thought, oh, I really quite like the leaf wreath that I did, so I'm doing that. Here's the squirrel. Where is it? See, like, you get that, and I mean, it's quite a bit smaller, and that's based on a you know, so you still can fit this squirrel on there, but it's only the first 14 that buy the paper one, because in the actual normal kit you've got everything that you need to buy it. So it's just a bonus. I had them, and you know, if you miss out, that's just how it is. So okay, and this is a cottage that I've done, so I've still got some of them kits in on my website, so it's a little bit different. But and then the December one, it's just one that I've made up, and I think the February one that I've made up as well, just doing for December. So that's what you get if you get the actually printed out patterns. Now to post out overseas, because it's only paper and a printed pattern, I've got a prepaid envelope that costs about $11. It was $10, but it's gone up. And so I just put it in there, and that's to anywhere in the world, prepaid envelope, and that's how you get it. So it'll be $11 for postage and $20 for the patterns, and that's for a whole year worth of patterns. A lot of work put into creating these patterns, and if you get them the paper pattern in Australia, just in one of these, I think it might be, I'm not sure how much it is. I'm going to put 5 because it's going to cover costs. If it's cheaper, I'll make it cheaper. So here is what you get in the kits. So you get, it's about 2 meters long, because you know, you need quite a long bit. So if you want to, you can just cut them up and then make them into a longer book. So in the kit you get all the bits and pieces, bits of lace and all that kind of stuff for, and on the other side of that is buttons as well. So, and then for the love heart, you get all different types of, you create the background, and these are the 3 hearts and all that kind of stuff. So that, then they all get in the kit. There's a doily that I've got. This is, some of them are just a sample of what, you know, like, you don't have to do exactly what is on there. That's just a suggestion. Yeah, so you create your background and they all get a bit of a doily and bits and pieces in there, and you know, if you want you can, you know, trace that and draw that. What's this one? This is the fruit. So you get all bits and pieces for the, you know, for the fruit basket, for the apple, the, you know, the leaves, and these are actually for the little shine on the things. You do put a little button. So May, that's even designed like the tree. That's a tree. That's for her, the little guy's ears, and that's the background. And then there's going to be done like stitching. So in one of the other packs, I think it's yeah, this one, you get this skein, which you can use for this as well as that. So that's May. June, you get that. So that's a little bit of lace, the background, the cup of tea. That is, I think, the top of the pot. Okay, so what's this one? Okay, so that's the blue is for around there, so the moon, and then the other one we did quilted pieces, so it's all bits and pieces. I think that's for his beak. I think I made these quite a while ago, maybe for his eye. Yeah, so background and stitching them there. Everyone gets, these are actual, it's a needle, and that's that quilted piece. So you actually get the needle, that's where you sort of stitch the needle down there, and then that's the thread that you're going to be using to actually stitch the bird, and that's the background because he's, you know, outside pulling on a thread. So this is September, all the different colour leaves, you know, a bit of lace and all that kind of stuff are making background. Now this is the squirrel. You get leaves. Look, I've drawn different leaves. You can, you know, draw up your own leaves, but then when I put the kit together I found that I had enough of these leaves there, so you could probably do that. And then this is the actual squirrel base. It's very different, but it's going to look really, really nice. So we'll just have that as the quilt base, and then we'll do stitching and all that kind of stuff on there. So here's my little house, and even the way that I've done it is sort of like, you know, that's the roof. It's a, yeah, so got the number 45 there. That's the number, everyone gets a number 45. And then here is the Christmas one. I've got thinking these will be the baubles, exactly the right size. So you got fabric to do those, and the stars, that's for the stars. Yeah, so that's what you get if you purchase the kits. Okay, so they do come with, you know, and it's a whole year's worth of stuff. So and yeah, you get quite a bit in your pack. So, and then that, and so as a bonus for the other one, remember you get that in your, if you purchase one of these, the first 14, and then after that, you know, you just get this. This is, you know, it's just a bonus because I had them, so I just thought it'd be nice to encourage people to maybe purchase it. So there you go. Okay guys, well, thank you very much. Very excited. So this is going to be starting in the first Tuesday in January, just like on the Tuesdays this year that I've done the vintage sewing techniques. Next year every Tuesday will be SUSANNA'S Stitcheries calendar. So yeah, so as you can see, I've only just done the one. I'm going to try and do them with you rather than jumping the gun and doing it ahead. So okay guys, well, thank you very much. Very excited to be sharing this new project for you for next year. And the reason why I'm advertising it and showing you now is that so you can get everything ready and have it all there for you for when it starts next year, because it does take a bit to, if you buy them from overseas, it takes a bit to post it and to get your bits and pieces ready. I didn't do a running sheet of what you need. I'll do that at the start of every, when you watch it, at the start of every month. So in the start of January, I mean, it's obvious, you know, if you just buy the patterns, you're going to need buttons and some yo-yos, and you'll see the colorway, and you can do your own, but you'll see what you need, you know. And like for the August one, you'll need a bit of quilt. Yeah, so yeah, pretty basic. Okay guys, well, thank you very much. Super excited about this new new thing that's coming out for next year. And yep, go onto my website, and I've only got the 20 kits available, and you know, as in with all the bits and pieces that you do to make it. And you've got to remember, it's a whole year's worth, so that's why that's the price. So and it's only sent out, one postage, and that's it, rather than getting it sent out monthly, where it would cost you $27 a month. This will cost you, I think it's about $30 something for overseas for one postage, and I think maybe about $12 in Australia for one lot of postage, and then you're done. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.